Hey everybody, it's Preston here, aka Godzilla Hawk, and I'm here to do that just occurred. So I'm going to go over each match and then I'm going to give out my entire score. Excuse me. So the opener, it was Bobby Roode versus Ty Dillinger. I was kind of hoping this match would be somewhere in the middle, to be honest, of the card. So the fact that it was the opener was a little weird, but it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me that much. Um, Obviously, I gotta talk about Bobby Roode's entrance. I love that entrance. I thought it was great with the choir, seeing the background, of course, Toronto, just outstanding. Just singing Bobby Roode's theme song, "The Glorious Dawn," just awesome. Ty Dillinger got a great pop as well. It was just about the two Canadians in Toronto, Canada, which was awesome. And the match was it was a solid match. I'm not gonna say it was like the greatest match ever, but I'm not gonna say the match was shit because it wasn't shit, but it wasn't like amazing either. It was definitely a solid match. It's what we expected, maybe a little bit better. Bobby Roode ended up getting the win. That was my prediction. I predicted Bobby Roode would go over in this match. There was that slight feeling. I had that slight feeling that Ty Dillinger could have won this match. But Bobby Roode ended up winning, which is great. Now he continues that single streak going. And who knows, maybe eventually he'll get himself an NXT title picture and he'll win the NXT title in sometime in the near future. But overall, that was a solid match. The crowd was very hot on this match. Bobby Roode wins. That's all I can really say about that. It was a solid match. Next, it was the Authors of Pain versus TM61. This match, I would probably say it was the worst match of the night, but that doesn't mean the match was terrible. It was a TV match. I'll say that. It was a TV match. It was a decent match at best. Authors of Pain end up winning. Nothing really special about that. It's not I don't hate TM61. I don't hate Authors of Pain, but I was kind of surprised on them being in the finals. So it was almost like the fans didn't really know who to cheer for. You can kind of tell that the fans were trying to think, who do we cheer for? Because everyone was curious about that. Now I was even curious in the crowd. Although there was some reaction, and most of the time the crowd was just kind of like, who do we cheer for? But also paying that way, which is a good step. So who knows? I'm making an early prediction. I can see DIY, spoiler, defending the championships against Authors of Pain in the near future. Maybe Authors of Pain will win the tag titles in the near future. I could definitely see that happening because if the Revival is going to go to the main roster probably soon, I think this is the step in the right direction for Revival to finally go on the main roster, means to Raw. Like I said, my prediction, they would go to Raw and they'll challenge New Day for tag titles at Roadblock. Then you can start doing a fresh feud with DIY and Authors of Pain for the tag titles, which I think would be pretty good. So again, it was a decent match, nothing special, but congratulations to the Authors of Pain on becoming the second Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winners. So it's definitely going up, and they're still undefeated, so that's also very good. So it was a solid match, and yeah, we'll see what they do with Authors of Pain from there. Let's see. Next match was DIY versus Revival. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, people. I think this might be one of my top favorite tag team matches in history of all time. One of my personal favorites now. I mean, we know everyone knows Back to Brooklyn match was a great match, and definitely that match was match of the night. But this match, it was 2 out of 3 falls match for the tag titles. It blew that match from Brooklyn out of the water. This match was longer. There was more emotion. There was more drama. More except there were so many finishes to the match that you didn't know who's going to win. First of all, I got to talk about the Revival getting the Shatter Machine out of nowhere. You had Gargano drag over that spear through the ropes. and it gets caught into the shower machine. I thought that was sick. I thought that was very smooth. They get the victory. Then you have Ciampa, Gargano hit their tag team finisher, the knee and the kick combination, gain the win. And then from there, it was like pretty much the rest of the match was like almost 15. It was probably, I would say, about 15 minutes of the match was just trying to get the first fall. So many close calls on this feud. So many close calls. You had I can't remember all of them. There was the uppercut into the German pinfall. Everyone thought that was going to be it. There was the time where Gargano had that, like he was about to tap, just like last time. That spot again. They had Gargano and Ciampa end up doing the shower machine on the Revival. I thought at that point that was it. And they ended up breaking up the fall, which really stunned me. There were just so many falls that you had no idea who's going to win. And at the very end, Ciampa Gargano ended up winning. It was my prediction. Amazing talents. They're great athletes, and they deserve the tag titles. And I'm just proud of them for finally winning the tag titles and putting on a 5-star match that is not me overrating it. If you go watch this match, and if you don't say this match was 5 out of stars, it's a 5-star match, I don't know who you are, and I don't know what rock you're living under. But clearly, you and I are not watching the same match. That match was spectacular. That is no hesitation. That is no joke. I am not joking. Go watch that match. It was hands down match of the night and definitely match of the year candidate. No joke. And now Revival with them losing, I think this is a step where they might go to Roadblock now, or go to main roster, I should say, go on Raw, and they'll challenge New Day for tag titles on Roadblock. That's my prediction now. I still think that's my prediction. I think Revival's going to go to the main roster very soon and challenge New Day at Roadblock. That's my prediction. But anyways, amazing match. Love it. 5-star match. Next match, it was Asuka versus Mickie James, the returning Mickie James, for the NXT Women's Championship. I'm not glad. I kind of expected this match to be a little bit better, but for what it was a good match. I'm not going to say it was, again, the greatest match ever, not even the greatest women's match ever, but it was a good match. Mickie James still has it in her. And Mickie James, somewhere her age, I think she's like in her late 30s. I think she's 36, 37 years old. She looks great. She looks like she's in great shape. And she still looks attractive as all hell. She still looks great. And she still has it. And that's the thing. A lot of people still watch her. I mean, people forget that she still wrestles in independent shows. She used to wrestle in TNA for a while. This is just the first time she's been in WWE in, I believe it was 2010. I think it was either 2000. I think it was 2010. I think 2010 was the last time Mickie James was in WWE, if I'm not mistaken. I think everybody knew who was going to win. It was Asuka. I don't think there was any way Mickie James was going to win. But now the question remains, is Mickie James, because there's been rumors that Mickie James wants to sign a full-time deal with WWE. So if she does, will she go to Raw? Will she go to SmackDown? I don't mind seeing Mickie James for another few years. Even if it's like a 1-year contract, I don't care. I would love to see Mickie James back at WWE. Look at the dream matches we can see with her. We can see her with Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella, Bayley, Sasha Banks. There's Naomi, Alexa Bliss. There's so many women that Mickie James can help elevate. And that's what I like about Mickie James. She still has it, but she can elevate these new stars, these new women into making them legends. And so that way people will look back on them. They'll remember them as well. Like I said, the match was good. Asuka ended up locking an Asuka lock. Made Mickie James submit. Now, I don't know if a lot of people notice this. Maybe a lot of people comment to this. But you watch the ending, you see Mickie James extending her hand to try to show her respect, and Asuka just holds up the towel with the smile and then just walks off down the ramp. I don't know, but that kind of sounds like a teaser, maybe like a heel turn. I think I might be speculating a little too much, but if you really think about it, usually when you're a babyface, usually when you win a match, whether your opponent extends his hand, like imagine if Hulk Hogan and The Rock they faced off, and at the end Hulk Hogan extended his hand, of course, but except The Rock never shook it. He just smiled at The Rock and walked off, cocky, like very cocky. You know what I mean? It just be weird, you know? It wasn't a bad thing, but I'm willing to bet that they're slowly going to turn Asuka heel. I mean, even if you think about it, she's been fighting baby faces too, destroying them. She's been acting really cocky and confident. She's just destroying everybody. She's saying nobody is worthy of beating her, which now having her beat Mickie James, it makes her reign look stronger and makes her look better. I still think in my prediction, I think Ember Moon's going to be one to take the title off her. I really think that's the case because she's, besides Asuka, the most over woman on NXT, if I'm not mistaken, is Ember Moon. I mean, because Bayley's gone, she's on the main roster now. So the other one's got to be Ember Moon that I can think of. So I think Ember Moon's going to be the one I think to take the belt off Asuka. Who knows? They'll do a feud with those two. I think they might do another. I think they might do another takeover during Royal Rumble time. I think I've noticed that when they have when WWE has their big pay-per-views, they usually do their NXT events the night before their big four. If you really think about it, they did one with WrestleMania, then their next one was at SummerSlam, then this one was at Survivor Series. I can definitely see Royal Rumble coming on. They'll be like doing Takeover Texas or something, you know. Honestly, they did tech Dallas last beginning this year, but they can do the where is it again? NXT. Well, they could just call it Takeover Texas, wherever it is. I wanted to bet that's where they're gonna have it. You could have Ember Moon versus Asuka there. I think that would be a prediction, unless they're gonna get somebody else for Asuka to fight. But I can definitely see a slow. I think they're slowly teasing a heel turn for Asuka, and some people are actually kind of wanting that. Just the way she's been acting, the way how she's been destroying people, and just saying, nobody can stop me, nobody's ready for me. That type of attitude, and the fact that she didn't even show respect to Mickie James, she just smiled evilly, just held at the title, and then just walked off. That's kind of a heelish thing to do. So I could see them slowly turning Asuka in the near future. So I think that's what they're teasing. And as of right now, my predictions, they're going to do Ember Moon as Asuka's next opponent. Next is the main event. Nakamura versus Samoa Joe. Again, I want to say this right now. Nakamura's entrance was cool with all the people playing the violins around Nakamura. I thought that was cool. It's still cool to see it, but I think Nakamura's entrance was a little long, kind of like last year, Brooklyn. Sorry, kind of similar to Brooklyn. It was a little long, I think, in my opinion, but it was still cool to see the violinists play their violins around Nakamura. I thought that was cool. And this match was a good match too. I'm not going to say this was a great match because honestly, it was a good match. It was good. It just wasn't like spectacular or anything. It wasn't anything like, oh my god, this match was amazing. But the reason I'm going to remember this one a lot was because the ending. I think everyone will agree with me. This was the equivalent of when the Revival won their NXT Tag Team Championships for a second time against American Alpha. If you think about it, American Alpha finally wins the tag titles. They're the next big takeover event. They defend the belts. And what happened then after that? They lost it to the Revival, back to the Revival. Same thing here. Nakamura beat freaking Samoa Joe at Brooklyn at the last takeover event. Then what happened now? Samoa Joe just won. Yeah, he won. He ended up low blowing, kicking Nakamura in the groin, slamming him on the steel steps while the ref was looking, throws him in, and then gets him in the uh, what is it? The gut buster, muscle buster. Sorry, the muscle buster, and ends up winning the match that way. And the crowd was, excluding, I was shocked. I was just mind blown that I thought Nakamura was going to win and retain. I think everybody expected Nakamura to retain and Joe to go immediately to the main roster. That is what I was predicting, but they didn't. Nakamura lost, and now Joe's a two-time, the first ever two-time NXT champion, singles champion. We already have a two-time NXT tag team champion, NXT two-time tag team champions, which are the Revival. And now we got Samoa Joe, who's the first ever two-time NXT champion. All we're waiting for is a women. All we need is a women. Though, that's all we're waiting for is someone to win the NXT Women's Championship for a second time. So I thought that match was good. It was very vicious. You can see Joe got cut, I think, from the Kinshasa. I love the triple suplex thing, the Chimera suplex, they call it. That was one thing I've always wondered. Like, they have that in the video game, but I never see him do it. That I remember on NXT. I don't remember him doing the Chimera suplexes, Chimera plex before, except in the video game. So if I did here, I thought that was cool. I really thought that was pretty cool, and he did a very good job of doing that. But Joe wins. A lot of people are going to complain about this. Honestly, I think it was better to have Nakamura win, but at the same time, I wasn't pissed. It was more just, I can't believe they gave it back to Joe type of thing. Like, we expected this, and this continues the feud as well. So I think in my prediction, they're going to have one more match, and because they're going to have a trilogy of matches, I think they're going to have one more match. And I think they're going to have some sort of stipulation because they can't just do another one-on-one match. I know for a fact they won't. They don't want to do another one-on-one match. So who knows what they'll do? Maybe they'll do a no disqualification. Maybe they'll do a steel cage match again. Who knows what they'll do? But I expect a third match between these two. Nakamura will then go over there at that match, but it will be under some sort of stipulation. That is my prediction for that. And then from there, Joe then will go on to the main roster. That is my prediction right there. But overall, I think this event was overall a great show. Again, NXT never disappoints. When I go to an NXT show, I expect it to be great, and that's what I get. I get always a great show. I'm never disappointed. This was an 8 out of 10 show, hands down. The Chomp on Gargano was excellent. The opener was a very solid match. The Dusty Rhodes tag title match, it was a decent match, but not like great. Mickie James and Asuka was good, and the main event was good too. So way more positives than negatives, I would say, on this show. So I thought this was a great show. But either that, thank you guys for watching this video. You can comment down below. Tell me your thoughts about this show. Did you like this match? What was your favorite part? What was your favorite match of the night? I think everybody knows what the match of the night was for a lot of people. I don't think I have to ask you that, but I feel like I should just in case. What would you rate this show? And I just want to let you know right now, there are no live reactions for Toronto. Everyone was busy. Everyone was very busy today. So there was no Toronto live reaction. But from what it looks like, I think, and that where I've been getting at, I believe we will be doing my very first Survivor Series live reactions. I want to keep that in mind for all my fans. If you notice, I've never done a Survivor Series live reactions ever. If you notice that, I've done Royal Rumble, I've done WrestleMania, I've done Money in the Bank, I've done Hell in a Cell, I've done SummerSlam. I have done some of those events, but I've never ever done Survivor Series. I've never done Survivor Series. So the fact that this is the 30th annual Survivor Series, it's Brock versus Goldberg, Raw versus SmackDown, in Toronto, Canada, 30th anniversary. I think it's appropriate that I do my first live reactions for Survivor Series, and it's under that big center for 30th anniversary. All that combined, I think that just makes it more perfect. I think that's a perfect way to do a first ever Survivor Series live reactions. And I'm being honest, I'm really looking forward to Survivor Series 2. But the question is, will it be just as good as NXT Takeover Toronto today? Or will it be just fine on its own? Or will it suck? We don't know. And the card looks solid, but we don't know what's gonna be, how it's gonna be until we watch it tomorrow. But either that, be prepared, guys, because I am doing a Survivor Series review, and I will. It sounds like most likely a live reactions. A live reactions most likely will be happening tomorrow. If something comes up, I apologize for that. But I am going to do live reactions. If people do show up, I am doing a live reactions. I'm not going to bullshit you and say, do like I did with SummerSlam. I'm not doing that bullshit. No, I'm not going to say I'm going to do it and then not do it. If I'm doing live reactions, I'm going to fucking do it because I know you fans love my live reactions. I know you want to see my reactions. You want to hear my thoughts about this pay-per-view. You want my thoughts about Brock and Goldberg. You want this all. I know for a fact you guys would want me to do this live reactions, and you guys would be disappointed. So I don't want to disappoint you guys. So with that being said, I'll see you guys later this week. See you guys tomorrow for the review. And we'll see what happens from there. Take care, guys.